and welcome back everybody to our AGDQ 10th anniversary special, where we just had Ducktales 1, and now it's time for the sequel, of course, with Ducktales 2. NME is going to be doing this for us, so say hello, NME.
Hey, hello everybody, this is NME, and I am playing DuckTales 2, a game that does actually exist. I can't tell you how many times I would tell someone, hey, I've played DuckTales 2, and they're like, that's not a thing. What are you talking about? You mean DuckTales with the moon theme and everything? Which I love the moon theme, but this is a game, and it's a fantastic game with maybe not quite as fantastic a soundtrack, but it's pretty good overall. So we'll go ahead and get started in 3, 2, 1, go. All right. First thing we're going to do is go to our RNG stage. This is where we would normally go in the any percent speed run to just try to get the RNG out of the way. This boss is really the reason why, along with people not knowing that this game exists, one of the reasons why people who do dip their toes into this game's waters don't necessarily want to speedrun it, because this boss is just an RNG disaster. He will do what he wants when he wants and can prevent you from doing any damage to him whatsoever for, upwards of a minute and a half sometimes. It can be nasty. So we'll pray for some good RNG today, but it's a marathon, so who knows what's going to happen. One of the great updates that they did, or upgrades that they made in this game, is that instead of having to hold down to pogo while you're in the air, you can just press the B button, which I would like to do now. Oh, okay. I was holding left and he wanted to do a golf swing. You can, which sounds like a minor difference, holding down versus not holding down. What a big deal, right? But it actually makes pogoing a lot simpler, and that just makes things a touch easier. Fortunately, we're playing on easy because it's any percent, and the any percent run doesn't really vary very much between difficult and easy. And of course, the Duck Fist to start us off. Shoutouts to Duck Fist. We get some bad RNG. Oh, there we go. Get a little okay there. So we want to get a second block to drop. Hopefully, right here where Scrooge is doing this back and forth. We did not. So even when we get a second block to drop, we don't have particularly good luck with it. All right. Oh, I forgot to set it up. Okay, that's fine. We could have done a double hit there, but in my haste to just get a hit on him, I didn't do it. Here we go. I see that left side one. Give me issues. So he didn't get a double hit again. So he's trying to tease us with some decent RNG, and I am not playing the good RNG roll. There we go. All right, let's get a double hit here. That'll be no. Wow. Okay. Fine then. Video game. Let's just close them out here real quick. Okay, it's 4, and we're gonna wait and see if it drops a block. No. I can't tell. That's the problem with playing on easy. I can't tell if I had 2 hits left or 1 hit left, because each pibble of health is worth 2 on easy, and in all of the block dropping and bad RNG and everything, I couldn't keep track. So I had to play that safe there at the end, and just wait and not take damage. But mercifully, old RoboDuck is over, and that is why. I mean, that's a heavy reset point, as you can imagine. Just waiting for the God RNG pattern so you can rush through and get an excellent PB. And now we're just going around the horn on the rest of the map stages, going through and rushing to the bosses. There is a good ending category, which is the one that I'm the former world record holder of and had done the most routing work with and strat discovery work with, where you find pieces of a map for the lost treasure of McDuck. But we're not doing that today. That's a really fun category. You get to see more of the game. There's additional routes that you can take throughout the game and get a little bit more content out of it. So that's pretty cool. We're just on our way to beat up some bosses. Right now we're here in the Scottish castle. I don't know if this is meant to be Scrooge's castle or not. I always assumed it was. Although, I guess there's a number of Scottish castles, so you can go view the tapestries. Let's see here. We're going to try to give the wizard Luthez press, but it did not work out. Because you actually can't hit him there. He doesn't have a hitbox. Even if there is a way to get over to him before he teleports away, but he does not have a hitbox until after his first teleport. But even so, it's still fun to try to get over there before he teleports away. He's a pretty easy boss, just 5 hits. I mean, all the bosses are 5 hits, but he's a particularly easy one once he spawns in. rush him and give him the pogo. So we're just going to skip through all the text here. We have a menu where we can buy stuff in this game. That's a cool little upgrade. You can buy extra lives, health pibbles, a piece of the map if you're playing the good ending percent, but again, you actually have to purchase 2 health pibbles, 2 health upgrades, in order to get the map to be available in the... Oh, there we go. Okay, so that was a frame-perfect skip called the Webby skip, because we skipped talking to Webby. It saves about 2 seconds of dialogue skippage. And I am now 2 for 2 on that in GDQ runs of this game, so no matter what else happens, I got that going for me, which is nice. This room in particular, or this screen, can be kind of lagging, kind of a nightmare, so I do some real basic strats to mitigate that for marathon purposes. Mostly what you do is just kind of rush forward and try to barely press the jump button, so you go underneath of the birds, or if you take damage, get boosted properly. But that opens us up to some catastrophes if things don't go perfectly. Now we just casually ride these rafts along the water.
I really love how like different DuckTales 2 is than DuckTales 1.
It is
like,
quite
so
a bit
much more
different
stuff.
Yeah. And I feel like the bosses have a little bit more flavor to them as well. So we got Firequacker here, which I maintain is the greatest name of any video game boss ever. I guess if you're not a pun person, you may disagree, but I very much am. Oh, that was a good kill too. All right. But that is legitimately his name. That's not a colloquial name. If you play the English version, he says, "There's a Firequacker up ahead." God bless the Capcom folks. I don't think any of these enemies existed in the cartoon. I certainly can't recall any of them from the 80s cartoon. I think they pretty much exhausted their roster in the first DuckTales game. So this is a great scene right here. It's similar to the African mines in DuckTales 1. It's a little detour where it says, hey, we can't get past here. Unlike in DuckTales 1, where you get sent back to Transylvania to get a key, here it just says, well, it's impossible to get through. And then immediately a lightning bolt strikes the object in your way, and then your nephew says, oh, hey, now we can get through. I have no idea why that exists. It's such a goofy thing to put in the player's way that is actually no barrier whatsoever. But hey, I guess they wanted some more dialogue in this game. That's everybody's favorite part of these classic games, right? All right, let's see. Oh, we did not get the bird skip. That is rude. There is a spawn point that you can skip if you are speedy enough along those rings. Those rings can be a little sticky. Scrooge has a property called Iron Grip, which is basically if you touch any part of the up or down button on the D-pad while you're trying to jump off of an object that he's holding onto, you don't jump off. You just stay holding on to it. So we didn't really have that affect us, but I was probably a little bit too cautious on the rings. Just narrowly. So we were close to it, but it did not quite happen. All right. Fortunately, we made it over the Pit of Doom there without issue. And now we're going to... we got some good jumps in there. Those are all frame-perfect jumps to get in here. And now we can get hit on the Pirate Duck here, which is a very subtle advantage in my speedrun time here, but it is an advantage. It's one of those things that's more difficult than it is interesting to see, but, man, feels good. That's like 3 or 4 frame-perfect jumps in a row. None of which happened in practice, so always good to rip and run on that with the live run. All right, last main stage of the game, we're going to the pyramids. And this is such a nicer stage playing on easy difficulty because the boss, when you get to him, he's pretty far away from the checkpoint, so if he does not cooperate, then B, he'll put a hurting on you real quick, and if you only have 3 hits you can take, it can get ugly in a hurry. But with 6, he becomes pretty inconsequential. But we still want that good RNG, because we still do want to kill him as quickly as possible. Oh, you dirty dog. Alright. Or sarcophagus, I guess, as it were. I don't think there are any Beagle Boys in this game, so dog would be incorrect. Alright, up we go. Use this pogo over here. Pogo over the Cobra. We're very nearly there. Let's see if we can't get our nice little pass over this quicksand as well as we enter this boss fight. Actually, you can set it up pretty easily. There we go. That should do it. Oh, it did not. Oh, that's a shame. All right, no big deal. It's more of a matter of pride than anything. It doesn't really give you any tactical.
Pride is very important.
It is sometimes. That wasn't that bad of a kill. Ideally, you want to kill him in 3 cycles, like 2.5 cycles technically. Get double hits the first 2 and then 1 hit, or 2 hits, then 1, and then 2 hits. So he didn't cooperate on that level, but that's okay because we got him down nice and quickly. Anyway, we'll be landing the plane here in just a moment. So the ship is risen out of the waters. Flintheart Glomgold, our old buddy, our old nemesis, is behind it. He's captured Webby, and we have to bring him all the treasures that we've acquired so far in order to get her back. We're going to try to do another one of those series of jumps to get in here and get nice and close to Flintheart. Oh, we did it! Okay, look how close we are now. This may not play, but now this treasure is going to move super slowly because it doesn't actually speed anything up, but we are really close to him now, which we can get an early hit. Man, okay, fantastic. We have 2 hits, 3 hits, 5 hits will be time. So hit number 4 and time. There we go. Wow, big old gold there.
Very nice.
So unfortunately, we had the bad RNG. We didn't quite get under the 10-minute mark, which is really what you want ideally, but that's you're leaving it up to RNG. But there's some good frame perfect stuff in the run, so I'm pretty happy about that. And then of course you get D1000 at the end there because this game came out in 1993, so Terminator 2 is the hot stuff. Yes, see, the inspiration is there. Yeah, it's an honor to be selected to play this for you guys in Classic Games Done Quick. The founder of the feast of all these great GDQ events. Just want to give a shout out to Von Ivan, my boy over at RGL TV. Love you, buddy. And yeah, thanks you all very much for having me. And once again, right here real quick. So you see Webby and then Huey and Louie, but no Dewey, which is weird because also in DuckTales 1, if you look on the stage select screen, there is 2 Louis and 1 Huey, but no Dewey. There's no blue shirted nephew. So they do that again here. That's really odd. I don't know why they keep excluding Dewey from these games in certain parts, but that's how they do. So yeah, okay, that's it. That's all I wanted to say. Thank you all very much for watching. Thanks for the support. Thank you all for the GGs, and have a great rest of the marathon, everyone.
All right, thank you, NME, and we'll be right back with Chip and Dale by ND, so stick around.